All right, I got a great question from someone basically asking me, hey Arno, if you're starting out and you're supposed to show like proof or portfolio or some sort of proof of competence to a client, but you're just starting out, you don't have something, how do you do that? It's like a chicken egg situation, right? You want to show off how good you are, but it's hard because you have nothing to show off. And now you can't get started. Let's fix that Gordian knot, because I got a couple ways for you to get started and to get cracking right out of the gate. I'm sure you understand. The reason why it's important, no one wants to be the first patient, the guinea pig. If you're going under, you're having surgery, maybe your appendix is coming out, and you're going under, and right before your eyelids close and you lose consciousness, the doctor says, oh, I hope this goes well because it's my first. Ooh, you're going to be my first. Well, you're not going to be sleeping very well, are you? No one wants to be the first. Someone has to be the first, but no one wants to be the first. We want to set it up in a way where people can verify that you actually know what you're doing. And maybe they're the first client, that's fine, but at least they can see that you're competent at what you're doing. So let's go over that. One is something that you can start today and that I would recommend anyone to do. That is, you have to build social proof. You have to set up an image, like a shop front, that shows off that you're actually good at whatever you do. Like if you're a writer, well, you're supposed to be writing. So you need to have a blog, an Instagram with writing examples. You need to have a Twitter. You can cross-pollinate between all those platforms. But it's ideal if a future client can look you up, go to your website, go to your socials, and see that you actually do whatever you do. Like let's say you're a Twitter ghostwriter, and I go to your Twitter profile, and like the last post is March 2020, and there's nothing there. But you're not even writing for yourself. Like why would I let you write for me? Let's say you're a photographer, and I go to your Instagram, and your Instagram, or a videographer, your Instagram is just lame pictures of you sitting in your car taken with a phone. That's not good. Show off your skills. Show off that you're actually good. You can do that immediately. So build social proof, build up your socials. Super, super important. Can start with that today. Well, I would start with that today. And it's free. It's free. And you can start with it today. It's awesome. Number two is something that we've spoken about in the past, is the lead magnet. If you make a lead magnet that answers a question going on in the prospect's mind, and it's put together well, it's written well, maybe it's a video, you come across as someone trustworthy, the information is good, it establishes you as an authority. You are the guy with the answers. It's so important to set up the relationship in the right way, and that's exactly what you do with a lead magnet. The ultimate lead magnet, by the way, is a book. Like, let's say you've written a book. Let's say I'm looking for a new accountant. And let's say you've written the book on how to reduce taxes for your business by picking the right accountant, something like that, right? Well, if you got the book and the book is about the exact thing that I'm looking for, that's the ultimate lead magnet. You're the man, because we equate having a book as you knowing whatever the hell you're talking about. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to fill the book. Now, I'm not saying you should write a book. It wouldn't be bad to do it. But for now, we can suffice with a lead magnet. And it doesn't have to be a massive thing, but could be a PDF, could be a video, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's about them giving their information to you, you answering a question or giving them suggestions for a problem that they're struggling with, sets you up as the expert. Super important. Lead magnet is one of the best ways to circumvent the need for social proof. Number three, something that I did quite recently actually in an experiment. You can write or make whatever your end product is, right? I talked about videographers, writers, email copywriting, Twitter, ghostwriting, I don't know, whatever the hell you do. If you don't have any clients, you can still write for clients, for companies, for your target audience. A couple months ago, the NFT hype was high. So you had non-fungible tokens and you had all these art projects. And what was interesting, like all of them are looking for a way to differentiate. So as an experiment, I decided to do some writing for some NFT projects just to see if I could close clients. Now, the nice thing about this, these people are reachable. Like all the projects are promoting themselves. There was one website that had them all, so I can easily reach them. I think I did most of my outreach through Discord of all places, right? It was pretty easy to reach these people because they want to be reached because they're promoting themselves. That's the nice thing about businesses in general. They are out there getting clients so you can easily reach them to make them your client. Anyway, so I reach out, and at that point, obviously I'm a good writer. So what I did was basically say, hey, I help NFT projects differentiate themselves by adding cool backstories, helping them with their Twitter, tweeting out, having an active social profile. The way I did it was basically say, hey, this is what I do. If you'd like to see some examples, please let me know. And then when they came back to me, when they said yes, then I sent them some examples. But the examples were me writing for projects that I knew, that were somewhat familiar in the space, but they weren't my clients. It was just my stuff that I wrote for them. It's not that they didn't pay me for it. They didn't use it. Some of them never even saw it. I didn't lie, but I wrote some copy as if they were my clients. And now I'm able to show it off to the world. I'm able to say, hey, this is what I made, so you can get an example of, if I'm any good or not. And that's an easy way for you to show off work. It's very similar to number one, where you show it off publicly. But now you show it off basically saying, hey, this is what I've made, so you can get an idea of what I will do for you. Very important to show off competence, right? So don't lie, but be creative. So I found a decent market, found a reachable audience, had a decent message, reached out to quite a few, I made good money. I made a couple $1,000s just as an experiment. So that was nice. But the main thing was the outreach message was very simple. They came back to me, I sent them proof. But it was an interesting experiment where even though I wasn't familiar in the space, they didn't have any clients in that space, didn't have anything to show off, I was able to show off work just because I was doing some writing as an example. Number 4 is that you make an example for them. So one of the brilliant things that Andrew teaches is you reach out to businesses basically saying, hey, I've written some stuff for you. Would you find it interesting if I sent it over? Then they say yes. Very similar to what I did with the NFT projects, right? But in my case, maybe I was a bit lazy, so I just sent them my examples. What you can also do to go the extra mile is basically say, hey, I made some things for you. If you would like me to, I can send them over. Then they say yes. Then you send them whatever personalized work for them. Can be a snippet. Like if you make video, can be a 10-second video. Shouldn't take you massive amounts of work, but it should show off what you would be able to do if they would contract you, if they would hire you. And that's an excellent, excellent way, probably one of the best ways to actually show that you know what you're doing. I've done this as well, by the way, as another experiment where I reached out to a certain, now I won't spoil the surprise, I'll use it in the future. But I reached out to a certain type of business, basically saying, hey, what I do is I help businesses like yours attract more clients, convert more people into customers. And I've noticed a couple things on your site. If you'd like me to, I could send you like a review and a couple pointers that you could improve upon And if they said yes, then I basically do a Loom video, which is go over the website saying, hey, I would change this, I would change this, I would change this. Took me, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. But it's worth it because it's about them. It's you talking directly to them, showing them what, this is all the stuff that I would do for you. Doesn't take a massive amount of time, but it works very well because it's customized. It's not mass produced. So those are 4 things that you can do, even if you have no portfolio, no proof of work, no testimonials, no nothing. Go out, do that, collect testimonials, collect good experiences, because it makes your life infinitely easier. Like if you can point to another client saying, oh, I did this and this did for them, just check out the proof, check out what I did. Now things get a lot easier. But in the meantime, beforehand, feel free to use this stuff and keep using it as well. Like the stuff like the lead magnet, you can use it in any stage of your business. It's always awesome. But if you get further along, it's very nice to be able to combine it, like combine the lead magnet with a case study, put the case study on your socials, maybe don't mention the client, but say, hey, client reached out, we did this and this and this, we got these results, it's awesome. All of this stuff is intertwined, like it all grasps into each other and makes everything stronger. So go out there, get some clients, get some money.